Hello and welcome to another episode of Showcasing North Leeds, where I'm on a mission to find all of the local independent business owners in North Leeds and beyond. And today I'm delighted to be joined by Jo from Chirpy in Chapel Allerton. So you've been doing this for 7 years now.
Yeah.
And you didn't start Chirpy, but you took over it when it was very new. And before this, you were ops manager, helping export.
Yeah, I was helping businesses export their goods and services overseas.
Right. Okay.
And I've done that for I've been in that organisation for over 17 years.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
And then a bit of a change and a jump. What made you then come and take over Chirpy? How did it all develop?
Midlife crisis, I think. Chirpy had existed for a couple of years in Chapel Allerton. It was my go-to for cards and gifts. Yeah. And it came up for sale, and it was very much right time, right place. Yeah. I was looking for a new challenge. It appeared on, I think it was on Facebook, I first saw it. Wow. I got 2 messages from friends going, "Jo, look, this should be yours." So that was in the August of 2016, and I got the keys on the 8th of November 2016, so it happened very quickly.
Very quick.
I had no idea what I was doing. I had no experience in retail other than I started jobs as a young girl. Though my uncle did own a sweet shop when I was little, so I think it was in there somewhere. And I just took it on just before Christmas. So I thought, this time of year, getting geared up for Christmas. I bought it lock, stock and barrel, all the stockists, all the goodwill. I bought everything off her, so I had the business ready to go. And then just ran with it.
One thing I'm not even said. Tell us what it is that.
What is Chirpy? So Chirpy is a gift and card shop. We have a workshop space on the 2nd floor. So we sell sort of design-led gifts, really nice sort of ceramics, jewellery, cards. We've got a little kids section. So really it's kind of like a one-stop shop for anyone who needs a gift in Chapel Allerton. That's what I like to say. I get a lot of customers who are running and going, I'm on my way to the mustard pot, for example. I'm meeting a friend. I need a present now.
What, for the friend?
Yeah, literally. I would say at least 5 times a week I get someone who's on the way to somewhere meeting their friend. And that to me is wonderful, because they know that they've left it late, but they know when they come into my shop they'll find something. They'll wrap it, they'll borrow a pen, write the card, I'll put it in a bag and off they go.
So where do you get all the stock from?
So I must have over 100 different stockists. Most of those stockists, a lot of the stockists I know, a lot of them quite local. Most stockists have websites, so they sell wholesale on a website. So I buy like that. I go to 2 or 3 trade shows every year. I know which trade shows now work for my stock. There are some platforms as well that have sort of developed over the last couple of years that you can go on and buy. So I think a bit like eBay, but for stockists. But I tend to have, I'd say of the probably 30 or 40 suppliers that I know well and know that I can buy from. And I get again probably 5 or 10 people a month contacting me saying, I'd like to sell this in your shop. So I have to kind of navigate that as well.
Of course. And then so the gifts themselves, when you say people coming in, is it like adult gifts? Is it like what? Let me go back.
Go on, answer that question again.
What age range?
Age range. So my demographic.
My
demographic is from about mid-30s to mid-50s, I would say. So it's kind of your young families, couples with small children, families whose children are perhaps teenagers or leaving home, and then again, it sort of is a little bit older. Get quite a few sort of grandparents who are coming in. So it's sort of quite often the whole family. I'll get the whole family range. But I'd say my best selling birthday card at the moment is an age 50, so I know that's my demographic.
Right,
It used to be 40. It seems to have grown with me, and it's a 50. So that seems to be.
Is that because of what you're picking to put in there?
Yeah, it's probably just because I'm 50. So know your audience. I think your demographic and your customers. So yeah, and I mean, I think really it's the people of Chapel Allerton. It's a very kind of cosmopolitan, young families kind of area, and they are my customers. Most of my customers are very local.
But with the gifts, so could someone come in and buy something for a 5-year-old?
Yes.
Yeah. So
I have like a little children's corner.
Yeah.
So I get a lot of people coming in for newborns. So we have a pair of a legging brand that is perfect for newborns. So I get a lot of people coming in and go, again because the demographic. We've just turned 30 and all our friends are having babies, so have we got anything for newborns? So I sell quite a few things, not toys, but quite a lot of like sort of nice craft type kits that are good for kind of age from about 4 or 5 up to 104, 105. So it's not a toy shop in that respect, but there's a nice little, and it's not a children's clothes shop, but there's enough for that kind of age range. Like quite a lot. I've got like a nice little gift set for like a dinner service that would be perfect for like a christening, that kind of thing. So I've just tried to make sure, because I now understand who's coming in the shop and what they want to buy. I've just made sure I've got that kind of gift really.
And I like the thing for me that always stands out is the area specific mugs and what else.
So when I actually bought the shop, the lady who owned it before had already had those made.
Oh wow.
It's a lady up in the northeast who makes them, and she'd had them done for Chapel Allerton and Roundhay. So there was a mug, a tea towel, there's a postcard, there's a print. We've now added a coaster as well, and they would prove so popular. They're really lovely. About 4 years ago, I think it was, I sort of said, right, where else would we like to get these done for? And I did like a little poll, and Meanwood came out top, so we got Meanwood done.
Wow, okay.
And then a year later, I said, right, I'll do it again, and Headingley came out top. So we got them for Headingley. So and they work really well if you've got an area where there's specific landmarks. So not sort of pubs and shops. They have to be
like awkward clock.
Yeah, exactly. So awkward clock in the park, and here we've got like the willow tree, and we've got the school, and we've got the park, and I'm trying to think where else now. But so and I do get a lot of people going, oh, do you do? And they'll say somewhere, and I think, well, you need to at least pick sort of five things that are there and are going to stay. But the design's beautiful, and they make great gifts. Gifts great for people who are either moving into the area, who are moving away. Even like students who are going to university, quite often their mums will buy them a tea towel or something like that, or a little coaster. So they've worked really well.
And then what's the thing you mentioned, workspace as well?
Yeah, so upstairs we've got a really lovely light flooded second floor, and we run craft workshops. There's one of them I run, but the rest of them I just host, and I get local makers in to come and run the workshops. Okay. So it could be from arm knitting to weaving.
Sorry, it could be what?
Arm knitting. You must come and try arm knitting, Levi.
What's arm knitting?
It's exactly what it says. It's knitting with your arms. So basically, you have a giant ball of wool that weighs 2.5 kilos, and you cast on onto your arm rather than knit a needle, and you literally just knit by knitting from one arm to the other like that. And as you knit, you just knit a blanket over your arms. It's great for this time of year because it's really warm. Okay. So at the end of the class, everyone has got this
like a blanket.
Beautiful blanket that they've made. Yeah, it's really popular.
So will I interrupt you? So there's arm knitting.
Different weaving. We do like woven wall hangings. On Friday, for example, we are making a fabric wreath, so like Christmas wreaths, but they make them out of fabric, so you can use them every year. Right. So that's obviously this time of year. There's lots for Christmas ones. I run a coaster made out of something called Jesmonite, which is really nice, sort of a non-toxic product that's really lovely to use. We've had doodle workshops, so if you go upstairs in our shop, you'll see a big map of Chapel Allerton, a doodle map. I remember that. Yeah. So the guy who does that runs workshops on how to doodle, which is really good. You just come and spend 2 hours doodling somewhere.
Okay.
So yeah, all sorts of different things. I'm talking to someone about doing some sewing workshops. So yeah, it's trying to get ones that are kind of popular, going to be popular, and are perfect for beginners. We try and do them so they're all perfect for beginners. You don't have to have any experience.
All right, and how often are they?
It can be anything from kind of 3 a week to a month. It depends on the time of year, but generally 3 or 4, 5 a month. Like I said, again, at Christmas tends to be busier because there's lots of different Christmas workshops around. Yeah.
Okay. What I was like to ask this, what have I not asked you that I should have asked you?
Oh, perhaps what my most popular product is.
There you go. What is your most popular product?
So, our bestseller, probably got. Let me think. I'm probably thinking of the top three.
Go on then.
So, cards. Everyone loves cards, and to me, cards are really, really important. There's a big push a bit of away from cards at the moment, especially because people say, we can't afford to send them because of the cost of stamps. So we're doing a massive drive at the moment to send things second class because it's only 75 pence. So, and the difference getting a card makes from sending a text is huge. It really is, especially this time of year. So we do something called, we actually have a thing where we have a card bundle. So you come and buy 5 cards, it's cheaper than buying just one, but also cheaper than buying one. Cheaper than buying them all individually. And we also do a subscription service, so people can actually sign up and every month they will get 5 cards. They can make it bespoke so they can get the kind of cards they want. So that's worked really well. So cards are a big thing. And we do get complimented a lot on our choice of cards. I'm really particular about the type of cards I have in the shop. They have to be right. So that's cards. The other second product I mentioned is something called Beach Clean, which is a product made from sustainable cork and the plastic that you find on beaches. And we've got these beautiful placemats and coasters. Yeah. There's other products as well, but these are the ones that are most popular. And when I first got them, I thought, no one's going to buy these in Leeds. We are as far from the sea either way, east or west, as you can be. And they fly off the shelves. They are such beautiful products. And last Christmas, we'd have people come in and go, we had these on our table at Christmas, and now all our friends want them. So, we need another set.
Like
so, they're beautiful because they're quite a good price. But they're really, really lovely. And it sounds silly, but they're really hard wearing. So people with kids, they can just wipe them clean if you need some. They wouldn't break them; they're impossible. So there's those, and then we also, I suppose, the simplest little pickup product, which we sell a lot of. We have some really lovely what we call sort of ombre style mugs. So there's kind of all like a different sort of ombre shade. We've got loads of different colours. They're a great price. They're a great present. Great for kind of men, women, people going off to university, granddads. So we sell a lot of them. So I think last December we sold over 90 of those. I think we sold about 300 in the whole year. People just love them.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
well,
so
that's check out for sure. Then,
yeah. So they're
can cater
probably
for all.
Yes.
Right, and then how do people find you?
Well, we're quite close to you. So obviously we have our physical shop. We're up some small steps, but don't let that put you off.
No.
We're in the heart of Chapel Allerton. So we're up some small steps, and then we also sell online. So I set up the website, the online shop, just as we were sort of just starting with COVID, basically, and that's a really big part, or a really important part of the business that I'm trying to grow as well. And we try and make sure that the service someone gets from online is as good as the service they'll get in the shop. Everything's beautifully wrapped and it's delivered on time and it looks lovely. We can even send to people on people's behalf as well. And then on social media, I'm quite active on social media.
I'm glad you mentioned that, because going to say, and how do we find you on social media because of your lives?
Yes. So yeah, this is again another COVID. The COVID's got a lot to answer for in a bad way, but also I think all the good things that we've developed in COVID we've kept. So I started nearly 3 years ago doing lives on a Saturday morning just while I walked. I lived 10 minutes from the shop. So while I walked to the shop, I would record it. And I'm quite I'm quite an extrovert, I suppose, but actually I'm also quite shy sometimes. And I would be walking, like talking like this into my phone. And right where we live, Saturday morning is bin day. Yeah. So the bin men would be like, what is this crazy lady doing? And now I'm like, hi, bin men. Yeah, so I just literally do a little live and I just talk on my way to the shop and chat.
What's the handle? How do people find you?
Chirpy Store.
Chirpy
Store, yeah, which is for Facebook, Instagram, X / Twitter. Yeah. Threads, that I don't do anything on Threads. I've got Pinterest. I don't really understand Pinterest very much.
TikTok?
I'm too old. I'm in my 50s. No. TikTok is something I have not got my head around yet.
The average age of TikTok I've heard of, people are watching, I think they said between 30 and 50.
Well, I'm 51, so I'm past it. TikTok's, I've got a teenage daughter, she would just die of embarrassment if I was on TikTok. To me, TikTok's just lots of dancing. I'm like,
yeah, so, it's that, but yeah.
I know, it's one of those things, it's on my list of things to do next year.
You didn't tell us what the address is. You're in Harrogate Road.
Harrogate Road, 148 Harrogate Road. 148. So sort of opposite the fruit and veg shop. Yeah, that's a good way to find us. So don't be afraid of the steps.
No, okay, well thank you for joining me. Thank you for letting us know about the business.
Thank you very much.
And make sure everyone comes and checks you out.
Thank you.
But thank you all for listening, and obviously again, as you know, like, share, subscribe, follow, everything you possibly can do to get us to reach as many people as we can, and let everyone know about these amazing businesses that we have sitting down and talking to us. So thank you all for listening, and see you all next time.
Thank you.